Hello and welcome to Library Salad, brought to you by the Monroeville Public Library in Pennsylvania. Hi, I'm Alice, and Library Salad means we're just going to be tossing around some ideas. Today we're going to be doing peach cookies. If you haven't seen a peach cookie, which way is up? That's what a peach cookie looks like. It happens to be one of the stars of the Pittsburgh cookie table. If you're not familiar with the cookie table, it's a tradition in Southwest Pennsylvania that's actually grown across the country. It started back in the Great Depression, but continues now. What happens is bride and groom's family and friends bake all of the cookies. Here's a picture of a cookie table from my son and daughter-in-law's wedding, so you get the gist. But these particular cookies are ones that seem to take a little more time, but I'm going to show you that you can do it too. You can even break it up into 2 different days, or you can bake them all together. The recipe is attached, so don't worry about copying anything down. Sit back and relax. First thing is, we're just putting in the first 2 ingredients. Those 2 are going to mix for 2 minutes. Okay, so I mixed the first 2 ingredients. It said to start to do it with the whisk attachment, which I did, but I found that it actually made the dough come up to the top and not mix quite well. I then changed to the paddle one, which is this one. All right, I switched to that. It's still difficult to do, so I'm just letting you know that there could be a little more bumps to this than I thought, but I'm going to take this. It goes in a bowl, plastic wrap on top, in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Now out from the refrigerator, can either use a tablespoon or a cookie scoop, but I've got just the tablespoon, and it's going to be lightly rounded. Recipe says that it's very sticky. You may want to put some spray oil on your hands. I haven't found that yet. I may have to switch over. So it's got already the nice mound over there. The bottom is going to be flattened slightly, because if you look at the picture, when these 2 pieces come together, that flat part is joined and looks more like a peach. So about 64 more of these to go. Just came out of the oven. Now it's cool enough to hold, but still a little warm, so that you can take a sharp knife, come on closer, and I'm going to make a hole here. These are little crumbs for later, and the pastry cream is going to go inside of that. So after the pastry cream, we're going to be able to put that in, combine it, and you'll see what happens next. Just took those cookies out, put another batch in, making the pastry cream. This is the milk and the sugar are going to come to a slight boil. We've got the eggs, the sugar, cornstarch here. When this comes to boil, the important part is we could not introduce these things together. It's not like a birthday party or something. We're just going to have to put some of the hot into the cold, stir it, and then put it back. So, and then we'll be stirring it and whisking it for 2 minutes. Okay, the dipping sauce, the syrup, has been cooking now for about 5 minutes. It's the different sugars, some of the peels of some fruit, etc. And then now it is time to put in some red food coloring. It's asking for about ½ teaspoon. I have nothing to base this on. Again, first time I'm making it. I'm just trying my best, people. All right, so we're going to put in, come on over, Rich. We're going to put that, I think we're going to leave it at this much, even though I put in a little less than ½ of the teaspoon. I don't want it too red. I don't want people to say, what is the tomatoes taste like peaches, if you get my drift. So we've got that in. We're removing, whoops, let's go the other way. Removing this and then adding the water, because that's going to basically cool it down a little bit. And the important part that I'm finding to this is that it's saying that the peach liqueur is optional. I don't think it's optional. I don't even drink, but the basically peach schnapps has a amazing smell to it. It's got a great flavor. I tried it because they put it in with the cream filling. So I am going to add a little bit to this, and then we're going to get to the final product and assemble these. And not the finished product. Hopefully it comes close to this. But here this is where we are. We're taking 2 pieces, because that's going to be what's going to go together, and just basically looking to make sure that they are of similar size. First thing is a dunking. And I thought this would be a little easier by going like that and calling it, that's dunk number 1. This way it'd be a little easier to get it off 2. And 3, I put this cooling rack on it because I figured there's going to be some drippage of sorts. Now, when I did this though, I'm not seeing that they're really going to look like a peach. There's not enough color. After we cut away before, I did add maybe 6 more drops. Still, the color looks good in the pan. I don't know how it's going to work out. We'll get to that. The cream, if you've got one of these for your holiday cookies, I think this is going to be one of the best, easiest way to do that. And then when you put it together, and see if there's anything, okay. See, this is where I'm at. I don't think that's enough. What I did was I took a paintbrush, never used before, people, new paintbrush, okay? Put a little bit of the red dye. Make sure you're being careful with your red dye. What I did was with this, just what I need another step to do, okay? But if we've gone this far, we may as well have them look the best that we can. That was my first one, a little darker. But if you take it, you see what we're talking here, and just give it a little extra blush on the sides, I think that's going to work well. So I'll continue along with the others. These then have to dry, then sugar goes on them, then the leaves go on them. We're working on it, and we're done. We're done. I thought for something that took a lot to get here, I do a little display, nothing like a good peach truck. And I think one of the things that I would suggest, if you're going to make the recipe, is that you can easily half the cream that goes into the center of these. Even when doing it half, you're going to still have some left over. Not a problem with leftovers. It makes a nice custard, but if you want to save 6 eggs, you may want to do that. Totally up to you. So I think they really came out well. They do look like peaches. We have to submit that. I have tasted one. They are very good. I could taste the peach in it. I think that's a real bonus. So if you take this on, good luck, and see you in 2 weeks on next Library Salad.